In Affinity Photo, you can create all kinds of vector designs using the pen tool as well as shapes. But you can also access loads of great designs in the Glyph browser. So here's the Glyph browser. So where is it? Go to Window, down here to Text and Glyph browser. You can find all of them in the Window menu, or if you're using version 1, View menu and Studio. So with this, let's just remove that. So go to the Artistic Text tool, click and create something. It doesn't have to be an Apple symbol or anything yet. So with this design selected, you can select that letter. It could be anything, it could be B, C, D, etc. You can then go here and you can run through these, and there's lots of different ones. But Apple symbol's a great one. And with that selected, just double click and you got, say, the E. Again, make certain it's selected. So selected like that and run through maybe another one. Maybe this one, MB. Or double click again, this one. It's a nice one, but there's loads of them. Double click. Now if it doesn't appear, just double click again. Generally it should appear. And then you can resize this design. So you just drag, resize it, move it around. But at this point, you can't really edit it or do much with it. So how can you change it into a conventional curve that you can modify? Go to the Tools panel and select the Node tool. So here's the Node tool. With that selected, right click, and you can go down here to Convert to Curves. So Convert to Curves, and as soon as you do that, you can now access all the nodes. You can modify in different ways. So you might decide, you know what, I don't want this curve here. I can just simply drag this down and maybe create a design like that. So you can create some variations of the design. What also you can do is go to the Move tool, select that. You can move this around, resize it, hold down the Alt or Option key and drag. So you've duplicated it now. And you could, of course, duplicate it 10 or 15 times. Also, you can go up here and you can rotate it. So you apply transformation and just drag this down. And of course, you can then reposition it. Just use the right arrow or down arrow keys just to reposition it. Maybe go for something like that. At this point, it's still two designs. So I'm just going to go over that, drag over that. If you go to Layers, you can also select it there. Then go to Layer, and you can go down here, and you've got options here, Geometry, you've got Add, Subtract, etc. I'm going to go with Add. So Add. And now it's all been converted into one single curve. And you can still manipulate it further. Apply Effects, go down here to Effects, just click there, and maybe go for a Bevel Emboss. So you can just change that. Maybe go for Outer Shadow, and change Radius and Intensity. Also, you might like to change the actual fill. So how to change that? Well, go down here, select Rectangle tool, and then you go up here, click here, and you can go and change the colour, maybe to blue or green. You can also select a gradient, but also you can go to the gradient tool, so select that and drag across. Another great option for adding more colours, just go to Swatches, and with that you can select a swatch and you've got a nice colourful design there, and you can then manipulate it using the gradient tool. You can move it around. You can also add live filter layers. So go to Layer, New Live Filter Layer, and go down to Distort or any of the others. Maybe go to Twirl. With the panel open, go to the angle, change the radius, as well as change blend modes, etc. And close. And there you have a new design, which is still editable. You can still modify that underlying design. If you've got any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you much.